After doing the same in Bahrain during the opening race of the season, Max Verstappen was forced to retire in Melbourne, and the world champion utterly expressed his disgust. Do you know how the Red Bull boss responded? In Melbourne, Verstappen was running a consistent second at the Australian Grand Prix before stopping abruptly after the pit, straight after he started to smell fluid leaking from his RB18. The Dutchman pulled over at the side of the road and was told to turn off the engine by a race engineer Gianpiero Lambiase before a marshal took a fire extinguisher to his stricken RB18. "I smell some weird fluid. Everything is S itself," Verstappen raged. The unreliability of the 2022 Red Bull car has handed reigning F1 world champion Max Verstappen an early mountain to climb if he wants to go back to winning races simultaneously. The RB18 engine overheat could have gone quite differently if the champion had not been forced to quit racing. As Verstappen came out of the turns 1 and 2 complex, he was instructed by his race engineer to stop the car. After the race, the world champion was visibly frustrated, saying, "We're already miles behind. I don't even want to think about the championship fight at the moment. It's more important just to finish races. Today was in general just a bad day again. Not really having the pace, I was just managing my tyres to bring it to the end. It looked like quite an easy P2 anyway, so there was no point trying to fight Charles. It's frustrating and unacceptable. I knew there was a problem. It was always going to be a question mark finishing the race, but these types of things, if you're fighting for the title, cannot happen." Adding his DNF in Bahrain, it only means Verstappen finished the third race of the year on 25 points, thanks to his win in Saudi Arabia. And this places him far behind Ferrari's Charles Leclerc, who won the race in Melbourne, gaining 71 points. Do you think Verstappen has every right to be furious, given that he's still young and perhaps wants to retain his championship? How do you think Horner reacted? Red Bull team principal Christian Horner says he understands Max Verstappen's frustration. The loss of points combined with another victory for Ferrari's Charles Leclerc only translates that Verstappen has been cut adrift from the top of the championship by 46 points, sitting 6th in the standings behind rival Lewis Hamilton in 5th. Horner said he empathizes with the Dutchman's feelings. The Red Bull boss said it's totally understandable, his frustration. That was a really disappointing result. We don't know what the issue is yet, but I don't think it's engine related. It seems fuel related. We can't accept DNFs. We need to understand the issue and get on top of it. Max hadn't been happy all weekend with getting the car in the right window, and that's usually the sign you haven't got the right balance. We have things in the pipeline I think will help, but we need to put this behind us and move on. Despite his classy challenge against Leclerc for the lead at the restart after one of the 2 safety car periods, Verstappen couldn't continue to match the Ferrari's pace while he was still in the race, which Horner stated that winning was never feasible at Albert Park. The Red Bull boss said, "We didn't have the pace to race Ferrari today, but it's still frustrating not to bag those points. We just didn't have the speed to beat Charles. The Ferrari was untouchable and it came alive for them today. I'd rather fix a fast car than try and make a slow one fast." Since the start of the season, Verstappen and Leclerc have looked like the fastest pair on the tracks, but with Verstappen's DNF at Melbourne, it only means Leclerc leads all other drivers on standing points and leads Max by 46 points already. For reference, the largest points gap between Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton in the 2021 title race was 32 points, following the Dutchman's back-to-back wins in Austria. The issue appears to be related to engine failure. Flames were visible at the rear of the RB18, and Horner said it was more likely to be linked to the car's fuel supply. The Red Bull boss claims the team don't know the routes yet until they get back to Milton Keynes. He said, "Until we get the car back, we don't have the data or the info. It's pretty frustrating." The issue seems similar to what forced Verstappen out in Bahrain, and if it doesn't get any better, Red Bull might be stuck with a lesser-performing car to the Ferrari. As it seems, the Dutch driver might never be able to get the better of Leclerc for the race victory. Red Bull was seen working on the front of Verstappen's car before the race, having also made gearbox-related changes overnight, but Horner doubted these were the root of the problem. He concluded, "I don't think it's related to that, but as I say, it's all premature until we get the car back. It's difficult just making a hypothesis. I'd rather know the facts." Is there still a chance for Verstappen to get himself back to winning ways, or beat the dominant Leclerc? Share your answers in the comments and share the video with your friends. Like, subscribe and ring the notifications bell to stay tuned to our channel.